Right now, we're in the middle of a full-blown AI gold rush. But while pretty much everyone is chasing the shiny new thing, the gold, we're going to focus on the company selling the picks and shovels. And that company is Applied Materials. They're the quiet giant whose tech is absolutely essential for making basically every microchip on the planet. So let's dive in and see how they're handling all this pressure.
And look, this isn't just me saying this or some market hype. This is coming straight from the company's own playbook. They're telling us, flat out, AI is what's going to drive their future growth. Think about it. Every single AI data center, every smart car, every new gadget, it all starts with the chips that their equipment helps create.
Okay, so this brings us to this really key idea, the picks and shovels play. Back in the California gold rush, the surest way to get rich? It wasn't actually digging for gold. It was selling the shovels to all the hopeful miners. Fast forward to today, the AI era, and Applied Materials is selling these unbelievably complex shovels, the manufacturing gear, to every single chip maker out there. This puts them in a prime spot to profit no matter who ends up winning the big AI race.
But, it's not all smooth sailing. There's a big storm on the horizon for this whole growth story. As massive as the AI opportunity is, the company is also dealing with some pretty serious geopolitical headwinds. And the biggest challenge? Well, it's coming from one market in particular.
And here it is. The impact of that storm boiled down to one single number, -16%. That is the year-over-year drop in revenue from China, which was their single largest market. Now, this isn't just some small dip. It's a major financial hit, and it stems directly from a really complicated regulatory mess.
So this squeeze is coming from all sides, really. You've got strict U.S. export controls that are just straight up blocking sales. That's shrunk China's slice of their revenue pie from 37% all the way down to 30%. Kind of ironically, these same rules are actually helping local Chinese competitors get stronger. And then, on top of all that, the company is facing investigations from multiple U.S. agencies, which just creates this constant cloud of uncertainty.
But wait, this isn't actually a story about decline. It's really a story about a massive, dramatic pivot. Because as things got tougher in China, a whole new map of opportunities started to open up, with other regions just surging to pick up the slack.
Yeah? This chart right here, it basically tells you everything you need to know. On one hand, you see China down 16%, but then just look at the other side of the coin, Korea, up 25%, and Taiwan, China, wow, a staggering 71% jump. The money is definitely moving, and it's moving fast.
So what's behind this huge shift? What's driving this insane growth? Well, it all circles right back to AI. That 71% surge in Taiwan, China, that's being fueled by giants building out the world's most advanced chip factories. And in Korea, you've got the boom in high bandwidth memory. You've probably heard it called HBM, which is just absolutely crucial for training these massive AI models. The global hunger for AI hardware is just too big to be held back.
Okay, so this regional growth is great, right? But here's the thing. The market for brand new equipment can be super cyclical. It has its ups and downs. So what's protecting the company from those downturns? Well, it turns out they have this powerful and honestly often overlooked anchor that keeps them stable.
First off, the company is sitting on a $15 billion order backlog. That's future revenue already locked in. But the real story here, the key insight, is where that money is coming from. Almost half of it, a huge $7.1 billion, isn't from selling new machines. It's coming from their services division, Applied Global Services.
So why does this matter so much? Why is this such a big deal? Well, this AGS division is like an anchor in a really choppy sea. Think about it. They service the tens of thousands of machines they've already sold all over the world. And by moving to subscription models, it creates this steady, super reliable recurring stream of revenue that isn't nearly as affected by the whole boom and bust cycle of selling new equipment. It's real stability.
All right, so let's zoom out and put all these pieces together. For anyone looking at Applied Materials, the story really boils down to this fundamental tug-of-war between two very powerful and very opposite forces. So here's the bottom line. It's a classic tug-of-war. On one side, the bulls have a really strong case, right? You've got this explosive, non-stop demand for AI and HBM, plus that incredibly stable, high-margin services business we just talked about. But on the other side, the bears have some serious points to make. You just can't ignore the geopolitical risks with China, the rising competition, and that shadow of ongoing regulatory investigations. So at the end of the day, here's where we are. Applied Materials is a company trapped between two huge forces, a once-in-a-generation AI boom and a really tough geopolitical wall. The ultimate question for any investor isn't just about how strong that AI tailwind is, but whether the company's strategic anchor, their services division, is it strong enough to hold firm and navigate through this storm.